Hey everyone, Randy here. Welcome to another video. We're going to go over how to create a grenade launcher in Unreal Engine 5 today. Technically 5.12-ish range. But go ahead and start up a new project, blueprint project if you want. That's what I did. I'm just going off the base first-person shooter template. So what you're going to go in here and go to the fire projectile. And this is what we're going to be basing off our work. So honestly, you can probably delete all of this junk right here. You can keep the sound and keep all of that if you want. But now we're going to do this. What we're going to do is get the reference to the character that's holding our weapon, and then we need to get the camera object. And so if we go to our first person character, camera object is called first person camera. So we're going to go ahead and grab that object, first person camera. Boom. And now what we need to do is get the camera view. So the reason why we're getting the vector from the camera is we want to do a projectile based grenade instead of a hit scan based grenade. That way it looks a little bit better and it'll actually function more like a grenade. And so you're gonna route this on fire projectile into the get camera view. All right, and then next from the actual camera object itself, we're gonna get the forward view of it, or the forward vector. And what we could do here right now is this is a structure right here we've talked about in a previous video. Go check it out if you want. And you're going to go ahead and break out that structure. Now we just got a bunch more options and details about this camera. So now we have the desired view location and we have a forward vector. And so what we're going to do is we are going to multiply this value right here, change this pin to a float. There we go. And let's just make it 1,000. The reason we're doing this is going to be the distance that the projectile is going to be shot out from the actual grenade launcher. But then we're going to need to add together two vectors. The desired view location was the vector of what you're looking at pretty much. And then the forward vector of it as well. We're going to add these two together, and we get this new vector. Now, with this new vector, what we could do is we can, or hold on, we got to move this. We need some more space. I'll move this over here, and I will just stretch this out. All right. Okay, so what we're going to want to do is we're going to actually want to grab the skeletal mesh from the weapon, like I did here. You can pull it down right there and get a reference. And you're going to pull out and grab the get socket transformation. Just look up get socket transformation. You'll see it right there. Boom. And for ours, the socket that we're looking for, this is where the actual projectile is going to spawn out of, is called ammo on this base one for some reason. All right. And so what we need to do here is we need to find a way to... This is where we want the projectile to go, but this is where it's going to be shooting out of. So we need to find a way to shoot from this socket and go in the direction we want. So in order to do that, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead over here and just break this up first. There we go. Hold on, this is broken here. Move that. So we need an actual spawn transform location. So it's spawning here. But what the issue is this is going to stay the same, so we can just run that up. The issue is we need to get the rotation. And so how we could do that is we can do a find look at rotation. Find look at rotation. This is good. Here we go. So then we get the start, which is where we want, and the target, which is... or I flipped these. The target is where we want it to look. The start is where it's actually starting. And so we get a rotation from that, and so we can throw that in. Boom. There we go. Go ahead and compile. We get that. And we should be good to test first, but we have one other thing to do. So go into your projectile, and when you go to your projectile, we're going to change a couple of these variables here. So everything's in here just the way it's fine. Of course, you could change it however you want, but we're going to change some of these variables over here. So we need gravity. Gravity's on. Should bounce. That's correct. Bounciness, let's turn that up to 2. Let's turn up the friction to 1. And simulation threshold is 5. That's good. And everything else is looking pretty good. All right, so let's go ahead and try out our grenade launcher. Okay, so I just had to fix an issue I ran into, but moving back on. So you shoot it. There we go. And it's flying up a little bit higher than we want it to, as you can see. So we might need to go and change some of these settings though. So let's go in. I think the speed is fine. Projectile gravity scale. Let's see, bounce velocity stop. Friction 0 to 1. High friction, bounciness. No velocity, 0, no bounce. So I think actually 1's only the highest it'll go. Let's go ahead and turn up the gravity as well. Should angle affect friction? Sure. Because what's happening, what's weird, is it's stopping. There we go. There you go. So what it was doing before is it was shooting, and once it hit the ground, it just shot right up. But instead, it should be traveling across the world like this. There we go. That is a lot better. And then obviously you can implement a feature where it'll actually hit something and do damage. But moving on, let's say you want there to be ammo in this. All you could do is you can create like a new variable called ammo. Set it to a float. And then what you could do is you can get ammo. You can decrement this, and you could decrement it every time it's fired. There you go. And then what you could do is at the beginning, go ahead and set a check. So we'll just do a branch. There we go, there's a branch. And we'll just check if this is greater than 0. If it's greater than 0, go ahead. If not, it'll do nothing. And we could do a little print statement just so we see that it ran out of ammo, just saying no ammo. Boom. So let's just set it to compile. Set it to 8 shots. All right. No ammo. There we go. And yeah, so that's the basics of how to create a grenade launcher. And of course, if you want to customize it more, you can mess with these settings and get the grenades to exactly hit the walls and how they're going to bounce correctly. Or if you don't really want them to bounce, if you want them to roll, you can do that as well. But this is the basis foundation for how a grenade launcher should work. So let me know what you guys want to see next. If you want to see how to actually do a reload, I won't show you necessarily the animation because you could just plug it in an animation, but I can show you actually how to build a reload functionality in C++ or Blueprint. So let me know if you guys want to see that, and take care, and I'll see you in the next video, boys.